So, y'all might be looking at the title. Y'all might be looking at the title. What's up, baby? We're a little pumped up in here. Y'all might be looking at the title and be like, why is this guy being negative? Is this guy being pessimistic? Well, I don't mean to be melancholy. I don't mean to be melancholy. The title says Another Day in Hell. When we think about hell, if you read the Bible, or if you go to any Black Baptist church, they tell you that hell is this place of eternal fire, with a red man in a suit waiting for you, called the devil. Now, when you break that down in its simplest form, hell, in its simplest form, is just a place that you don't want to be.
Distracted.
No, I'm not distracted, motherfucker. You see, this is hell. This is hell, right? There's a camera watching my ass, telling me that me just talking, hands free, hands on the steering wheel. Now, Alex, your father's gay. As a matter of fact, your father used to pump you in your butt, and that's why you are messed up right now. But, like I'm saying, the camera, what's up to my, I don't know what that says. There's a camera placed in this truck. Let me show y'all. So y'all think I'm, that right there, that green thing, right? And that camera is basically supposed to monitor us while we drive to make sure that we're not distracted or we're not doing anything, right? So even if I look this way for too long, the camera will say distracted. If I briefly look down, it'll say distracted. It's looking at my eye movements. Now tell me, is this not prison? That you have to be watched 24/7. They listen to you, even when they say, oh, we're not listening to you. They're listening to you. Because all they got to do is push on a button on a computer and they can hear you and they can listen to your conversations that you may be having with your significant other. They can do that. And this is all for you to maintain this BS employment. Right? Now the title says, or Another Day in Hell. Another Day in Hell is basically, when we talk about hell and we're basing it off the Bible, we're basing it off of basically a place that we don't want to be. And any day, any time that you wake up and you have to go to a place that you don't want to be it a dead-end job, be it a situation that you have to go to, or maybe a home that you, or a place you have to go to, that is by the definition of hell in its simplest term, hell. So every day I wake up, I say, another day in hell. That's not to be pessimistic. That's not to be melancholy. That's to be realistic. I want to be real. about my situation. I don't want to psych myself out and psych myself into believing that it ain't what it is. Because by me remaining uncomfortable, by me personally remaining uncomfortable, it forces me to want to do something to change it. Because if I tell myself, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm content, I have no problems, everything is good, the sky is great, green, bright and blue, and the roses are red, and everything is good. If I psych myself out to a situation that I know deep inside I don't want to be in, then that's not going to do nothing for me. And a lot of people function like that. A lot of people psych themselves out every day. They got to get out of bed, and they probably didn't get enough sleep. Like myself, I got like 4 hours of sleep, and I got to go in, and they got to go into something they know they don't want to do because they got to survive. So they say, I'm good, you know, and when they'll make the comment, right? When you go into, you know, you go to meet somebody, you go to greet somebody, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Why are you lying to yourself? I listened to a scholar, a master teacher, and his response, he is now no longer amongst us. But his response, whenever someone asked him, how are you doing? He would say, I'm still learning. And that's what that's what I've taken on. I'm still learning. And there are and whenever I say that, people say, what? You're still learning? What, you in school? No, I'm just still learning. Because I'm neither good, I'm neither bad, I'm just in the middle. I'm still learning. I'm still learning life. I'm still learning. So that's a real answer you can give somebody that master teacher passed on to me and passed on to us. Just say, you're still learning. And that's what we're all supposed to be doing. We're going to be learning into the day. We should be learning into the day we depart this reality. Now let me read some of these comments. So, find a different job if you don't like being watched by a camera. Well, if it was that simple, and you probably live with your parents, or you probably live with your mom or whatever, you probably don't have no real responsibilities. Let's say about 1% of the population, that's out of billions of people, are actually doing a job that they love. About 1%. I guarantee you, it's about 1%. So even if you say, okay, I'll go find another job. Yes, you may go find another job. But there's no guarantee that you're going to like that job. And you may find another job, and you may go out and look for another job, and it may be a worse situation. Because look, I'm aware no job is perfect. But I think that if you have a job that you love, those times that are going to come, that those hard times, because no matter what you do in this life, there's going to be hard times. And even when you find that perfect job that you love, there's going to be ups and downs. But your love for what you do will outweigh those ups and downs. Your love for what you do will outweigh those hard times that's going to come. But when you're not doing what you desire, which, like I said, you can do the research. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Only about 1% of people are actually doing what they're truly love and want to do out of billions of people. Someone can get on here and lie to you. Let me hold that for a second. Somebody can get on here and lie to you and act like, oh yeah, I love what I do. Oh yeah. Okay, whatever. When you really look, they can lie to you, but they can't lie to themselves. You can lie to anybody else, but you cannot lie to yourself. So, in this economy, in this present economy, It's not the greatest economy right now. It is not the greatest economy. And so even if you're going out there and say, well, let me try to find something else. Let me try to do something else. You'll go on LinkedIn. You'll go on Indeed. Whatever platform you may use to find work, because everything's done through online now. You got to understand what's going on in this market. What's going on in this market is that individuals are not getting hired on merit. Individuals are not even getting hired on DEI. That was BS. That was BS. Individuals are getting hired on who they know, their connections, their network. So if they have some type of connection at a particular company, corporation, right? Let's use Google. Maybe in college, the person in HR was their alumni, or maybe they were in the same fraternity, or maybe they went to the same college or whatever. That person will be able to reach out to that individual and use that. Hey man, I'm looking for work. This is such and such. Damn, brother, you gotta look both ways, brother. You gotta look both ways. You're a UPS driver. You gotta look both ways, brother. Man, he gave me a thumbs up, like, yeah, you right. He was only looking one way. He almost hit me. He was only looking one way. But he had to wake his game up. I say, hey, brother, you about to go out here and drive. Look both ways. Make sure you're on your stuff. And the real recognize real. He just gave me a thumbs up. He didn't get mad about it or nothing. He just said, yeah, right, you right, brother. Shook his head. You right. But anyway, so that person, let's say there's we'll use LinkedIn for example. LinkedIn, right? You'll go on LinkedIn and you'll check your emails. If you sign up for job alerts, your email, whenever there's new job alerts in your email, they'll list like 4 or 5, 6 jobs that align with what you were looking for, right? So let's say it's project management, if it's a sales position, whatever you're looking for, there'll be like 4 or 5 companies, and particularly there'll be all in that area what you're looking for. And you'll click on one of those openings, right? Let's say we'll use Google, and you'll be able to see 100+ people have clicked on this one open position. 100+ people have clicked on this one open position. Now those 100+ people probably clicked on that position, that one open position, because they felt like they had the skills. They felt like they had the talents. They probably felt like, I have the education, I have the experience, I have the knowledge, all that, right? But out of those 100+ people, only one is going to get selected. And what is going to set them apart? Because usually when you have 100+ people, they probably all pretty much got the same qualifications. Maybe some people have more experience in one area than another, but they pretty much all going to have the same qualifications. What's going to set that person apart is the connection they got. That one individual that went to school with the HR manager that, because you'll see the person, you'll be able to see the people that work there. It'll say, if you do your LinkedIn profile, it'll have, there's one alumni that works there that went to school with you. Or there's one colleague that used to work at this company that you work at. And you'll be able to reach out to that, let's say that one person, I know Singh. I went to school with Singh. Me and Singh were in the same fraternity. I'm gonna reach out to Singh. And guess what Singh gonna do? Hey, look, listen, I'll pull some strings to make sure that your resume is seen above everybody else. Matter of fact, I can get you an interview. And guess what's gonna happen? That person is gonna get that job. And that person may not be the most qualified person out of the 100. They may, on paper, they might be a person that has the perfect skills for that position, even and the experience. But that person that got the connection to sing is going to get that one open position, paying $150K per year. So you're saying, oh, just go find another job. Yeah, it's that easy. Yeah, it's that easy. Yeah, okay. Like I said, even if you go find another job, it's probably going to be some BS, and it's probably going to be some stuff that you don't want to do. But you got to do it because we live in a capitalist system. This is the system that we live in, right? So the title of the video is Another Day in Hell, because anytime you are in a place or somewhere you don't want to be, it is like, by the simplest definition of hell, which is basically a place you don't want to be, hell. And me being real about that is only forcing me to stay uncomfortable, because once you get comfortable, or you trick yourself into being comfortable and complacent, then that's where you'll stay. I have an uncle stayed, you know, he's in his 60s, like late 60s now, but stayed with one company for 40 plus years. And maybe nobody else in the family knew, but I knew, because I can look at something. I studied psychology a little bit in college, but besides that, I'm well read. So my uncle, he had an alcohol. He had an alcohol problem, and every day after work, he would find a way to go get him a little pint, a little something of alcohol, and drink before he got home. And this uncle would constantly stay drunk. And so one time the family they tried to have an intervention, and everybody was like, writing letters, and they set him down and said, hey, uncle, you need to stop. This is killing you. This is not good. We don't want to lose you. Everybody was giving their heartfelt messages. But me, I sat back and I understood. Maybe I was the only one that understood that my uncle is drinking because he's coping with a life that he didn't want to live. He's married to a woman that's controlling, that kind of belittles him, and he's like in a simp type situation. And he's drinking. He picks up that bottle every day to cope with this shit, to escape briefly from the misery he's probably living inside. And so no matter how much we try to say, you need to stop, this is not good for you, it's killing you, that pain inside that he feels, unless he found another outlet, another way to deal with it, he's going to continue. And so what we should have been focused on, and maybe me more particularly, is like, I know what I'm saying, you probably are doing this because you feel like you didn't live a life that you want to live, and you just settled. But look, let's look. I travel. Look, I'm gonna get you your passport. Let's go get you your passport. I know you ain't never left the country. You ain't. I don't even think he went to New York. But look, I'm telling you, get you your passport and just try it. You're retired now. Now he's retired. Just try it. Let's go somewhere. Let's go on a cruise. But maybe by that experience, it might have made him to find some meaning in his life. But that's what we do. A lot of us are just coping. And whatever method we using to cope, whether it's comfort food, whether it's consumerism, shopping, buying a bunch of stuff that you don't need, that you can't afford, going into debt, whether it's weed, marijuana, whatever, alcohol. These are all forms, especially if you're using it in excess, these are all forms of coping mechanisms to deal with trying to escape what you feel a life that you're not satisfied with, you're not happy with. Even myself, I have coping mechanisms, right? I pick up the bottle sometimes. I gotta hype myself up every morning. I gotta listen to Les Brown and Bob Proctor and Eric Thomas. I gotta listen to these motivational videos just to keep me going. Because I know if I don't listen to this, I'm a snap. Whether on these supervisors that's calling me, bugging me, asking me, where am I at? Da, 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 da. This one particular supervisor constantly calling me, hey, you moving yet? Hey, what are you doing? I know what I need to do. I know my assignment. Why are you micromanaging me? You know, I don't understand this shit. This whole camera shit is micromanagement. It shouldn't be there for people that's experienced in this goddamn job. Why this shit gotta be there for people that know, that don't have a record, right? You say, okay, we're trying to prevent accidents. If you look at it, and they have access to this information, if you look at a person that's been doing this for a number of years, and their record is pretty much clean, they never tested dirty on a drug test, why do this person have to be monitored? It's obviously they are professional and they know what they're doing, and they don't need this type of BS to monitor them or manage them. But it's all about control. It's all about control and protecting them, their bottom line. It ain't about the driver. It's about them. So with that being said, y'all, I'm tapping in another day. Holler at y'all later. Peace. Hey, and to you haters, man, to your haters, Yudanto Ndikatana, whatever your African name is, whatever that name is, that's what you get. Peace.